So for today's video, I am going to be talking about purchases that I regret. Yes, I'm going to expose myself on this channel and talk about purchases that I just shouldn't have bought at all. Like, what was I thinking? And welcome back to my channel. My name's Stephanie here on YouTube, and if you like luxury, fashion, lifestyle videos, then you should definitely hit that subscribe button down below and hit that bell to get notified when I upload new videos. Okay, so the first category that I'm going to talk about are handbags that I have bought in the past, and I definitely regretted buying it probably like 2 weeks after buying it. So the first bag that I want to talk about is my YSL Spade bag. So this bag I had in the size small, and it was the all matte black bag, and it had the chain on it and everything. It was a really nice bag. I loved it, but I feel like as soon as I was in the store and playing around with it, one thing that really bothered me was my phone did not fit in it. But because it was in my head and I really wanted to buy it and it was something that I thought I would use every day, I was like, oh, it's whatever, like it's fine, it's not gonna bother me. But the more and more I used that bag, the more and more I hated the fact that I couldn't put my bag in it, because the whole point of that bag too is that it was more of like an evening bag or like a nighttime bag. So it's not something that I really could like get away with during the day, because it just looked, I don't know, it just didn't look right to me, and it didn't really go with like my daytime outfits. That is definitely a bag that I regret, because I feel like you kind of know when you go to the store and look at a bag, and if you already have like an inkling where something's bothering you about the bag, you should definitely just not buy it. That's definitely something that I pay attention to now as well when I'm buying luxury bags, is that if I go into the store and initially my first reaction there's something that already annoys me about the bag, it's definitely not something that I should spend my money towards. Another bag that I want to talk about is the vintage classic double flat bag from Chanel that I got. I actually got that pre-loved off of Poshmark, which I've just come to realize now is that it was a really nice bag. It was in good condition. It was definitely vintage, but for me, I am the type of person where like I need to go to the store and physically look at the bag. Otherwise, I'm just blindsided by it and have this image in my head of how it's supposed to look. And then once it gets to me, I'm kind of like, ugh, this is what it looks like. I'm not like the biggest fan, or like if I had seen this in person, I probably wouldn't have bought it. That's something that I've just learned over the past too, is that I think I'm the type of person who, as much as like these used bags are in great condition and they have more of like the vintage look to it, it's not something that I really like. Like, I'm the type of person who likes something brand new, like brand spanking new, like I better have just came back from the warehouse where I'm the first person to use it, because I don't know what it is with me, I just don't like used bags. Unless it's like in pristine condition, I'd rather just wait and pay the extra money and buy it at the actual store, because I don't know what it is. I guess I just like being the first person to use that bag. So that's the only downside that I really had with the classic Chanel double flat bag, was that it was vintage, it was already used, and I'm just the type of person who wants that new bag and would prefer to see it before I invest all my money in it. The last bag that I want to talk about, which I feel like if you guys have been watching my videos, you probably already know which bag I'm about to say, but this is the Prada Nylon Re-Edition 2000 bag. I even admitted it too on my channel, where I'm like, I'm probably not going to want this bag anymore. So granted, of course, I regretted buying that bag. It was nice, but like it just wasn't me. Like, it wasn't the bag that I would gravitate towards to on a day-to-day basis. Like, I feel like that was definitely just more of like an impulse buy to me, where I kept seeing it everywhere and thought it would be like the it summer bag that I'd wear all the time, but it ended up not being it. And it was just, I don't know, it just didn't suit me. There was nothing wrong with the bag, and I know it's like a very popular bag and people love it, but it just wasn't my style. So I think that's something that I like take into consideration now as well, is like, just because it's a nice bag, it might not be my style. So I really just have to think about what my wardrobe really looks like and if it's a bag that really suits me. Those are the 3 bags that I definitely think I regret that I've bought over the past that I probably shouldn't have, but obviously I've learned from it, and those are things that I start to consider now when buying luxury bags. The next thing that I want to talk about or category is shoes. So I've obviously had quite a few experiences of shoes where I did like an impulse buy, and it was definitely shoes that I shouldn't have gotten because in the long run I either A, never wore them, or they were just so uncomfortable. So the first shoe that I'm going to talk about is the Stuart Whitman over the knee boots. I wanted those boots so badly, but for some reason I just didn't want to pay. I think the regular price for them is like $800, and I saw them on sale at Nordstrom for like half the price of that. I think it was even more. I think it was like 60-70% off, but they were the ones with the heels on it. I was looking for the ones that were just flat with no heels because I'm already really tall and my fiance is not that much taller than me, so it's really awkward when I would like buy shoes that have high heels on it because then I'm just towering over him. But anyway, because I wanted these boots so badly and they only had the heels one, I'm like, oh my god, like it's such a great discount, like I have to buy them, like no second guessing this, I'm just gonna get them even though they have a heel on it. Long and behold, I got them. They were gorgeous, they were beautiful, and it was a really good price, but I never wanted to wear them because of the freaking heel. It was so uncomfortable because not only like I feel like the ones that are flat would have been more comfortable to wear like every day, but then on top of that I was towering over my fiance and it just wasn't a pair of boots that I wanted to wear. Even though it looked really cute with the outfit, I was like, I hate this. Like, I'm so tall in these boots. They're uncomfortable after wearing them for an hour because they have heels on it. Long story short, I ended up just selling them because for me, I just didn't want boots with heels. I originally wanted the ones without the heels. So there was like a good story to this because if just waited a little bit longer, I would have just gotten the ones without the heels just for a great price as well. I think they were a little bit more expensive since those are a little bit more popular than the ones with the heels, but still it was a great price and I didn't have to pay full price for it. And I still have those pair of shoes till this day, and I wear it a lot more often than I did with the one with the heels. I think the last shoe disaster story that I have that I definitely regret is my Gucci chunky sneakers that I had. Those sneakers are beautiful, and to this day I still really miss them, but they are so uncomfortable. Like, not only, I think they're like over $1,000, honestly, those, or no, I think they're like I got them at the time and they were like $800 or something, but I loved them. They looked so cute with all of my outfits. Every time I wore them, so many people were like, where did you get those shoes? Like, oh my gosh, like how expensive are they? They're so cute. But in the long run, I got so many blisters after wearing it. It was just horrible, like horrible. Like I hated wearing them because I knew, I was just like, here it comes. I'm gonna get blisters after this, or my feet are gonna be sore. And then on top of that, they were just super heavy. They were so heavy. Like I'm talking like, I don't even know, like I had bricks on my feet when I was walking with them. So that's another thing too that I would definitely like can't specify enough is like, if you're going to spend the money on luxury shoes, go to the store, walk around the store with them first, and just really make sure that these are not shoes that you're just gonna wear just to take pictures in, because essentially that's what it came down to with those like Gucci sneakers. Again, absolutely loved them, and to be funny enough, I like didn't learn my lesson because the Louis Vuitton timeout sneakers, same exact scenario. So I think that's why I finally put my foot down. I'm like, if I'm going to buy luxury sneakers, they better be freaking comfortable, because I can't do it anymore with the bricks on my feet, the blisters that I would get. My mom would literally laugh at me and she's just like, I love you spent all this money and look at your feet. They're getting so ugly with all these blisters and like it just wasn't, and like bruises. It just wasn't pretty. So I've learned my lesson. Those sneakers are pretty to look at. Yes, I would love to buy them, but I know that they're so painful, and I'm just gonna wear them for pictures. That's literally all they're for, is pictures. So that is my case when it comes to shoes, is that go to the store, try them on, make sure it's something that's actually comfortable and you're okay with buying. So that is my shoe experience of the shoes that I definitely regret buying. Another category that I have is jewelry. So I know this is actually one of my most popular videos on my channel, is the Van Cleef Alhambra necklaces. I ended up getting the Sweet Alhambra necklace, which was like the very, very tiny one. And I also got the Vintage Alhambra, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called, the bigger one, necklace. And I bought both of them because I thought I liked both of them. But the Sweet Alhambra, like, I only liked wearing it if I layered it with a bunch of necklaces. Like, I don't know, it's still like a necklace maybe I kind of regret selling, but at the same time, it just wasn't, again, me. Like, I feel like I like dainty necklaces, but I'm more of a statement piece type of girl. So when it comes to necklaces, I usually don't layer all the time. If I want to put on a necklace, it's usually just like a simple necklace like this, where it's big enough to just be on its own and I don't feel like I have to put more in order for it to be noticeable. I think that was just a regret for me, because in the long run I should have just gotten the Vintage Alhambra necklace to begin with, because I still have that necklace. I freaking love that necklace. It's so pretty and it's more me, because I feel fine just putting it on and not having to put other layers with it, or thinking it just doesn't go with the outfit because it's too tiny or something. I think when it comes to jewelry, I just really have to think and see if it's me and something that I would wear every day. I think that's like the biggest thing that I specify when it comes to jewelry now, is that, is this a piece that I'm going to wear every day? Because I'm spending all this money, so it might as well be something that is useful towards me and that I'm going to wear every day, because then it's worth it. The last thing that I'm going to talk about of an item that I regret buying are, I don't even know the name. If I can find the name, I'll insert it here and a picture of it. But I got these stupid Dior sunglasses. They are kind of like the racer look sunglasses, or like the shield sunglasses. They were huge, and at the time they were really popular, and I thought, yeah, like, I want these sunglasses, they're so cute. And I ended up buying them, but my fiance made fun of me every time I wore them, because as you guys can kind of tell, I have like somewhat of a small head, so when you put big sunglasses on me, I look ridiculous. Besides the fact that I look so young on top of that, to just have these big bulky sunglasses, like, it was to the point where I felt uncomfortable wearing it. I'm like, I feel stupid wearing these huge sunglasses. Like, who the hell do I think I am? Like, I am not some celebrity, like A-list celebrity that's just walking around because paparazzi is following me and I need these big sunglasses to cover my face. I definitely regretted buying those sunglasses because I just had my fiance in the back of my head. I felt stupid and I feel like it didn't look good on me, and then on top of that, those were not cheap sunglasses at all. And I couldn't even really sell them because sunglasses, there's like no reselling with them. It's just really difficult and hard, and you're obviously not gonna get anything close to the amount of money that you paid for it. Now they're literally just sitting collecting dust in my room, and yeah, I just immediately regret buying them because I don't wear them. They just sit in my room. So I learned my lesson with that. That is something that I would probably dip my feet more in when it comes to the pre-loved community, just so I know that I didn't really spend that much money, and it's okay if it doesn't work out because I never really paid the full price for it anyway. So that's really all that I have for this video as far as purchases that I regret. I feel like I had quite a lot, but like I said, it's a learning experience, and that's why I want to do this video for you guys, so you don't make the same mistakes that I did, and you know, really like think about before buying luxury goods, because it is a lot of money and you want to make sure it's something that you're not going to regret. If you guys want to see more videos or have me do more videos like this, definitely leave a comment down below. Give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll check you guys out in my next video. Bye!